Today we're in Pinball with Mr Croat and a random bot. Croat and I both using the exact same blaster loadout, and as you can see we're both using the Ultra Select at the moment, which is great on this map. We've taken control of the centre of the battlefield and we've got the opponents already spawning in dribs and drabs, which is great. So just picking up the tokens as they spawn and taking down waves as they approach. I'm just holding back, waiting for that healing bar so I can get myself back to full health, which we do. And now we're comfortable again. So looking at the minimap, you can see nobody spawning in on the opposing side, and when they do spawn in, it's just the one person at the moment, they're down. So empty opposing side of the battlefield, and when someone does spawn in, they have to deal with all three of us, including the bot. The bot just picking up the tokens and running forward, which just makes mine and Croat's job slightly harder because we have to keep fighting forward to pick stuff up. So we grab those, we both come forward together, so now we make a fight in retreat. You notice that we're supporting each other and not just collapsing and running away. We're holding the line comfortably. Now we've got that countdown on. The bot's got no tokens, so please run forward. You've got that moto blitz, but as you can see, bot's never doing what you want them to do. Might not even be a bot, might be just another player who is holding the line but also was getting in my way. Doesn't matter, nice easy victory. FaceFull came online and joined the party. But loading in, it appears that FaceFull hasn't actually joined this particular matchup, which is frustrating. So we're just going to try and run through this quickly so that we can get to a point where we've got FaceFull in the crew. Once we've got all three of us, then the name of the game just becomes domination. So I suddenly start taking very heavy fire from a distance, use that healing bar and still get taken down. That is the Vulcan with the damage boost power, so we're going to have to come in with a Revonix now and just create misery and mayhem for our opponents. Not worry too much about the tokens. I'm going to fight forward, be that forward menacing role and just try and keep the spawn point on lockdown. You can see we've got the bot with the ghoul grinder up forward. I'm saying it's the bot, it might just appear as a bot on my side. That might actually be FaceFull based on the movements, but if it is FaceFull, it's not showing as FaceFull, it's showing as player bunch of numbers. However, that pattern of play style is very reminiscent of FaceFull. I don't often see FaceFull rocking the ghoul grinder, but this is very much how FaceFull plays. Even if it's not FaceFull, I don't think this is a bot because it's behaving too much like a human. Which is just helping us keep on lockdown. FaceFull, I know you watch the channel, so if that was you, let me know because that'd be interesting. So just one lone opponent with the judge there, having to deal with enemies coming from multiple sides and dies before his teammates spawn in, giving us the opportunity to just once again clear the battlefield, and now opponents are just getting taken out at their spawn point. Countdown is on. Taking some damage again, this time from that twin shock, but unlike last time we've got that shield, so we can run in and pick up those tokens that get dropped, and we're using that stun ability and the ricocheting ability to just maintain control of the front of the battlefield. So falling back a little bit now and just trying to regain control over the centre. We've got that Ultra Select loaded in and gets taken out before it does any damage, thankfully. So a nice easy victory. So yeah, you can see still showing us play a bunch of numbers, but we did have FaceFull in the group, as you can see. The ghoul grinder noticeably absent from FaceFull's loadout, so was it a bot, was it a random person, was it FaceFull? I don't know. All three of us rocking the Ultra Select and that Cyclone Shock, but FaceFull is using the Dread Bolt, which means that we can end up with zombies everywhere. And that Sneak Attack Brainsaw takes me out immediately, so we've got to switch in. As soon as we know we're safe, we can switch to manual fire mode, and now this is just easy mode. Just have to get out of the way of these goddamn zombies though, because they stop me from doing any noticeable damage. And you can see how the zombies play. Just kind of very mindless activity, which is what you expect from a zombie, to be fair. And the battlefield is clear, at least for the time being, so we can move up into position. We've got that backboard so that we can start spawn trapping the opponents. I'm making no apologies for doing this, because even if we're facing against real human opponents, they're going to really struggle against Croat, FaceFull and I anyway, so we might as well just end these games as quickly as possible. Think of it as a mercy killing so that we can all get to our next match quicker and rack up those wins and those rewards. So with the zombies, that was now 8 blue dots to 0 reds. Total domination of the battlefield. We do need 2 new tokens, so I've noticed one of our players is in the middle collecting the tokens. I can't tell who that is, but I'm guessing that's going to be FaceFull with the Dreadbolt. No, it's actually Croat, not FaceFull. So FaceFull's got 2 of the tokens and he's forward with the Dreadbolt, and Croat is in the middle with 8 of the tokens using the Ultra Select. Unfortunately, FaceFull gets taken out and respawns back in, and he's now pushing his way back up to the centre. And it looks like Croat fell into the hole in the middle because they vanished. So now FaceFull has got 6 of the tokens in the centre. The rest of them have been collected by bots, which means that they get carried forward and dropped, and you see that timer starts and stops, starts and stops. That's going to happen until we've got humans in control of all 10 of the tokens, most likely. So you can see Croat's forward with 1, but rocking that Revonix like me. So now we've got FaceFull in the centre pushing forward with the 10 tokens. So all we need to do is defend FaceFull for 3 seconds. Dead easy, and we get the victory. There we go. Well played, lads. So we're pushing forward, still all using those same loadouts. Just got to switch back to auto fire mode because I forgot to do that in between rounds. So we're well on with Age of Double Crusher now. It feels like the mods, when they set this out, set a timer for just, I think it was 3 or 4 months, like some ridiculously long timer on it. I feel like most people have completed the battle pass. I have not quite, but I've actively not been trying to do that since I got the Double Crusher in the first place. How's everyone getting along with it? Are you enjoying your Christmas calendars? They're pretty cool. There's some decent stuff in there. Personally, I'm just looking forward to the next blaster coming out. I'm hoping it's something that can counter the Revonix, or at least helps to balance the meta a little bit. Double Crusher's definitely not going to do that. It seems that all it's good for is giving that nice 22% damage boost to the Boomdozer, to be honest. Other than that, it's kind of worse than the Boomdozer in every way. The problem with these long dragged out seasons is that people tend to get a bit tired and bored when they've got nothing to be actively working towards. There's less incentive to sign in and to play the games, which just makes the game worse overall for everybody. At least at the moment we've got the Christmas calendar like prompting people to log in, but obviously you don't need to play any games to get your rewards out of there. Personally, I'm in no rush to get the Double Crusher to level 14 to do another showcase video. It's honestly not that great, and I've already got it to level 12, and it's not a blaster that I'm really going to use. I used it very briefly in Blaster Party recently, so I've made a Blaster Party video with Mr Croat. Only a short video, we only played 4 or 5 games together, and to be honest, they weren't amazing. And there we take the victory in well under a minute. Good job, lads. I am wanting to look a little bit more at some of the events as they come up, particularly the ones that you can load in with teammates on. So Zombie Strike, I made a video recently with FaceFull doing that. Blaster Party, which you need fairly high ranked players to play that. And I'd love to have a go at the Dragon event with teammates. That could get quite fun because obviously any one of you could spawn in as the dragon and you can end up against each other. And I feel like if you're loading in with teammates in the dragon mode, your teammates are probably going to have the Revonix, which means that if they load as the dragon, there's probably not really much point fighting them. You might as well just take the loss and move on. But I need teammates to load into these game modes with me in order to try this stuff out. Obviously things like Siege, Cactus Craze, you can't really load in with people. Zombie Party you probably could, but again that's a solo thing. You're against the other players. There's not a lot of benefit to teaming up with other players in that mode. It can actively hinder you. But yeah, if people look out for me being online during the Dragon Power event, the Zombie Strike event and the Blaster Party event, if you fancy joining, drop me an invite or join my games when I invite you, and we'll make a few videos together. So yeah, whether you've made videos with me before or not, if you fancy it, just look out for me during those events, and that's what I'll be looking to do. Also, if you're on my friends list in this game and you haven't done it already, please add my alt account, which is Clown Baby Jr. You'll probably find me towards the bottom of the leaderboards on some stuff. I don't play it routinely, like I don't log in and make sure to complete my complete my daily missions or anything like that. It's very much something that I am doing on the side, but it has got a level 14 Revonix, which is, to be honest, all it's got going for it. Speaking of, we've got a Revonix opposite, as well as the, forget the name of it, the upgraded Rapid Strike that has the stun ability on it. It'll come back to me. You can see Croat started off with a Revonix this time, so Croat is not messing around. It looks like we had a double punch over there, that's got taken out. So Croat is already putting this thing on lockdown, so this is going to be perfect for me to concentrate on picking up some of these tokens of being in sniper mode. So we've got the enemy Revonix in over there. I'm taking some strays from the hammer, which is pretty stupid. Revonix has already gone down, so you can see we've got Croat on the right, FaceFull on the left, and we're in that classic V formation, with me holding the position of the central furthest back sniper. We haven't coordinated this in any way, so we're not speaking to each other on Discord or anything like that, but it's something that I've noticed in these games that we just kind of naturally form into. Both of these guys play with their teammates in mind, as do I. And this is well coordinated, which is great when you're not actively having to put effort into it. You just naturally form into it. It's a sign that your team works well together, and you know, we're obviously used to playing with each other. If only we were up against 3 human opponents and we had some sort of challenge. Those matches seem to be few and far between these days. I do try and capture as much of the games I play on video, so that if I do happen to come across a game like that, I can put the video out. Do have a problem where I continually run out of storage, which isn't ideal, but at least it puts pressure on me to keep pumping the videos out so that I can actively delete the footage I've captured. I've got a nice small but sizable audience on YouTube, which I massively appreciate, because you all keep coming back to watch my videos, you leave me comments, you send me messages, which is really nice. And I can see from the YouTube analytics that a lot of my views do come from returning viewers, and I know a lot of you are very active within this community, which I really appreciate. And I also occasionally get views from people that don't really know what's up with Nerf Superblast, and they're just watching my videos for whatever reason it's come up on their on the YouTube. But I would like to hope that these videos might inspire people to actually give this game a try, because it is still a lot of fun and there's a lot of redeeming qualities to it. I just wish it had a far more active mod team who were working on like updates and stuff, although I appreciate that if the game is not that financially viable, it's not going to get a great deal of attention from the creators. They're going to have other projects going on. If any of you ever watch my videos, I don't know if you do, but it would be great if you would take some of the suggestions on board that's being put forward by the community, because we still have a dedicated active community in this game, and it'd be nice to actually you know, keep it going and not just let it die. And speaking of taking suggestions from the community, something that this game would benefit massively from, I feel, is a capture the flag mode or something like that. Or maybe even some sort of like domination territory mode that you see in many of these games, where, you know, you have to hold points A, B and C and collect points, something like that. An extra game mode that isn't just an event would be very, very welcome, although I appreciate that would involve quite a big overhaul of the system as a whole. Still, it's on my wish list. FaceFull fell out of the party and we added in Bobfloppy, which is a name I'm not familiar with. Bobfloppy is rocking the Revonix, the Ghoul Grinder and the Dreadbolt, so obviously a seasoned player who knows what they're doing. As you can see, I've switched to the Boomdozer because I thought, why not, let's have a bit of fun with it. I've made a few videos on the Boomdozer recently. It's still something that I am not that used to playing and want to make a few more videos with. So you can see me switching in and out from giant mode and just trying to get some of those heavy damage shots in. When we play with the Boomdozer, we play with it with the mindset that we are going to get taken out. You know, we're not going to survive the whole match using it most likely, and that's okay. So the Boomdozer, of course, gains extra HP pool every time it gets a kill, and that stacks up to 5 times. As you can see at the moment, we're already up to the 60,000 mark when we're fully healed, which is great. I think that means we've got 2 kills. There goes another one. So once we heal all the way back up to full, we'll see where it's at. Not going to use the healing bar just for that though. We're going to save that. So we're holding the centre quite comfortably and managing to hit people, but obviously they spawn in with that 2-second shield. Now we've got an opposing Boomdozer and he gets taken out before I can do anything. We've got zombies running all over the battlefield, so they're going to do a lot of the damage. I'm just going to try and hold this position and just get as many of these shots off as I possibly can. Countdown's on. I've only got 2 of the tokens, so I'm not overly bothered about running away or anything. I'm going to continue to hold the line. If I get taken out, both of my teammates are on hand to pick up the tokens, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen, and we don't even need to use that healing bar. So, good show with the Boomdozer there. And it looks like Croat's also brought in the Boomdozer, so we get to have a bit of double Boomdozer fun. We're going to stick in normal mode in order to run forward quickly, remembering it's got that 17 movement speed in normal mode. Then when you hit giant mode, it drops. I don't know where it drops to. I'm guessing it's about 12, 11, something like that. But you can see straight away we take out some people at the front. Do take a little bit of damage from the hammer, and now we take some forward heavy fire as well while we're trying to pick up that extra token. But it doesn't matter because we've got that healing bar which came in clutch, enabling us to maintain control over the centre. And you can see Croat also rocking that Boomdozer, and we've got Bobfloppy forward with the Revonix. So nice, good, comfortable control of the battlefield here. Opponents are already spawning in disarray, and they're in a real bad way because they've got a Revonix running all over their spawn point, while they've also got 2 Boomdozers sat in the centre of the battlefield just picking them off and causing chaos. And because all that forward fire is focused on Bobfloppy, I very much feel like I'm still in that supporting role, only instead of using the Ultra Select, we're using the big bad Boomdozer. The big bad, highly inaccurate Boomdozer. Yeah, it's not amazing at fighting at a distance like this. I have in the past tried it in manual fire mode. I really struggled to do a lot of damage. I was missing like, I don't know, 75% of the time. So I just preferred to keep it in automatic mode. And you've always got the option of double tapping the screen to manually fire, which I do often, but it rarely hits, although it did that time. So another nice easy victory. Let's move on to the next game. And Bobfloppy, if you're out there, please let me know. Are you a new friend? I'm not sure. Are you an existing friend that's just changed the name? I'm not sure. But if you're watching, drop me a comment. So starting off, we're already laying down some really heavy fire on the enemy's base, which is nice. So they're now spawning back in with the second wave, and there's an opposing Revonix. Appears to be doing a bit of stun damage to both me and Croat. Croat's in giant mode doing heavy damage, and down goes the Revonix already, which is nice. So not much that we needed to worry about on the opposing side of the battlefield apart from that. The same person rocking the Revonix, I believe, had a ghoul grinder, but they need to get close to us in order for that to be a threat in the first place. And as you can see now, Croat, Bobfloppy and I once again in that V formation. Again, nobody coordinated that. That's just something that we did naturally. It really does work as a strategy. Less so in certain types of video games than in others. But it's also like a known strategy for IRL games as well, and presumably a real battlefield. I've never been on one of those. I do go to real life Nerf wars. I have done paintball in Laser Quest, stuff like that in the past, even a little bit of airsoft. So the enemy Revonix has gone down for a second time. It's unlikely to spawn back into this game now, so can smell blood in the water. We just need to move forward for the kill and take out this Rev Reaper before it has a chance to build up. And now we're just like spawn camping the enemy base. We've got a bunch of zombies there doing the same thing. Zombies, of course, without any sort of strategy or anything, they just react. So also Croat's moved forward on the other side with the Boomdozer. So we've kept that V formation, and now, yeah, we're just terrorizing the opponents. Racking up some really quick victories here. I'm sticking with my Ultra Select for the time being, so staying in that sniper mode. And starting off on the left hand flank, you see Croat there going giant mode, moving up the middle. He's moved to the left hand flank. So we've got Bobfloppy on the right in the middle using the Dreadbolt. So I'm just pulling over towards the right hand side now because that's where he's weakest. Not that we really need much to maintain this this setup. We've got a very strong control of the battlefield, and already both Croat and I have had the opportunity to move forward and start terrorizing the spawn point. So I'm just using this forward bumper in the form of the pinball lever as cover for when I need it, popping out to do damage, and then I can just pop back behind whether I need to reload or need to heal. So very, very aggressive gameplay, and we've cleared the battlefield of enemy opponents, spawning in dribs and drabs, and when they do spawn in, as you can see, they're lucky if they survive longer than 5 seconds. Not getting the chance to do anything, they're barely even managing to take out any of these zombies. So yeah, really putting no threat on our side whatsoever. And now a shield goes up on the Rev Reaper, so this is the first thing that we've had to deal with, and probably the longest our opponents have survived. You notice the second that went down, it immediately got taken out, I think by one of the zombies. So yeah, complete domination on this side of the battlefield. We've not really had any challenges whatsoever, so I'm going to leave you with some tunes to enjoy while the last couple of games play out. Enjoy!
Selecting his grip, enemies nowhere to hide. Pinball field of chaos, tokens scattered all the way. Team on the hunt like sharks, no mercy, no delay. 10 tokens in their and shooting all around. Come on, baby, you better run, 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 run. Run, run.
Thanks for watching, Superblast fans. I'll see you in the next video.